What is going on, you guys? I'm coming to you today using Tabletop Admiral's Legion Builder, and we're going to do a Snowtrooper build today, seeing as how Snowtroopers have just recently come out. I wanted to go ahead and do a build with those, and this one's going to be a kind of a versatile build, hopefully utilizing Veers to try to be multi-purposed, but also being able to kind of shut down the vehicle threat, hopefully. So I'm going to put Veers on. And Veers, I'm not going to give him any upgrades. I'm going to start off with our core of, before we get to the Snowtroopers, I want to max on speeder bikes. I'm going to do a triple speeder bike here. I have done this before under Vader. It's a little easier to do under Veers because you have a whole lot more points. Veers and then the 3 speeder bikes. And I don't really think that right now, honestly, I don't think speeder bikes really need an upgrade either. I can run them just, I mean, they're already 90 points, so they're kind of expensive. But I can totally run them without having to put anything else on them because they only have 1 slot anyway, and it's not really that great. So I'm perfectly happy just running speeder bikes by themselves. They get a lot of dice for 1 unit, and they're very mobile. And I love the compulsory move because it gives you almost like 3 actions. So I feel like they're worth the points for sure. That's one of the reasons I have a problem with an ATST is because they don't get that compulsory move, even though sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's bad, you don't want to crash. But now we're going to get to the core. Before I start putting in the Snowtroopers, I do want to remind everybody and let you know actually that I'm starting another round of the giveaway going on right now. So if you'd like to win an expansion of your choice in the form of a $20 cool stuff gift card, then you can just go ahead and enter that by subscribing and leaving a comment on this or one of my other videos. That being said, let's go ahead and go. First thing, I'm going to use some Stormtroopers. It's mostly going to be Snowtroopers. Let's do some Snowtroopers first. First, I'm going to do a Snowtrooper unit. I want to run one of each. I want this to be versatile. So we're going to put an Ion Snowtrooper in there. The Ion is going to require to be exhausted. If we're going to use him, that's no problem, right? And then we're going to put... so let's put him on there, and we're also going to add an extra Snowtrooper. So they're going to be a heavy anti-vehicle Snowtrooper unit. Sounds good. All right, we're going to add another Snowtrooper. For our other Snowtrooper, we're going to do the Flame Trooper. They're going to be our forward unit. Right? Like I said, I want this to be kind of multi-purposed. I think speeder bikes by themselves are already pretty multi-purpose. They're effective against troopers. They're also really nice against vehicles with the 2 when they're at full strength at least. So I like them. I'm going to have a lot of multi-purpose stuff here. The Flame Troopers are going to be devastating against troops, while our Ions are going to work against vehicles. Although, granted, I'm not a huge fan of the Ions, just especially because of how much more they cost and that you have to recover to be able to get them back. So we got 2 the Snowtroopers, 1 of each heavy weapons type. Let's add 2 Stormtroopers. We're going to add Stormtrooper for each heavy weapons type as well. We're going to add an HH-12, so we have a another anti-vehicle. This one's more seriously anti-vehicle, but they're also long range as well. So they're kind of versatile. I don't mind them as much. Like the T7, the big problem I have with them is they're only in range 1 to 2 for 34 points. I'm not super. I mean, Ions are nasty, especially against a full strength vehicle that is in no danger of being wounded to the point of losing actions. But gosh, 34 points for a range 2 attack only. Not crazy about that. All right, so we get we put our HH-12 in this Stormtrooper unit. We're going to add another Stormtrooper there. So now we have that. So again, heavy loaded unit, no problem. Let's add 1 more Stormtrooper unit. We're going to come down here to heavy weapons. This will be our DLT-19. And they can actually run, and we'll also add another Stormtrooper. So the idea is that the DLT-19 Stormtroopers can run, with closely kind of with the Flame Troopers and kind of cover the Flame Trooper Snowtroopers, so that these guys can go in, and then I can have these other guys much farther back covering their approach. Kind of. I mean, this is a multi-part build. We want to be versatile, but we also want to try out all the new stuff. So if you haven't used Veers yet, you're going to have him in here. You're going to have your Snowtroopers. You're going to be able to try out a lot of new stuff in this build. And that much makes it kind of fun as well, because we're doing this to play this game and have some fun. So we've got 3 speeder bikes. We've got 4 core. We've got General Veers already. And what just happened? I clicked on something. I don't know what I clicked on. Can I go back? Oh, goodness. Okay, good. I just collapsed it. I clicked on units and upgrades and I collapsed it. All right. Scared the heck out of me. I thought I had to do this all over again. All right, but we're only at 692 points, which is very interesting. So now we have the option to add a couple more units. Let's add some more Snowtroopers. Let's add another unit of Snowtroopers. All right, and they're down here. They don't have anything yet, and we still have 60 points. So let's go ahead and add an extra Snowtrooper unit and duplicate that. That puts me a little bit over, so we don't want 12. Let's drop a Snowtrooper unit off of that one. So now we're exactly 800 points. Now, if you don't want to, I don't think initiative is as big of a deal in this game, so I think coming in at 800 points is just fine. There are some times where you may want to, like, if you want to be really, really competitive, I think sometimes there's an advantage depending on which type of missions you get. But more so than other games, it's fine to just come in right at 800 points. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to have an initiative bid, you can drop maybe the Snowtrooper upgrade off of our other Snowtrooper, and then maybe put something on Veers to have like a 3 or 4 point bid. But I think I wouldn't put a bid. So now we've got 4 Snowtroopers, 2 Stormtroopers. We've got a blank Snowtrooper. We've got a Snowtrooper with 1+1 model. We got a maxed out DLT-19 Stormtrooper, a maxed out HH-12 Stormtrooper, a maxed out Flame Trooper, and a maxed out T7 Ion Snowtrooper. General Veers, 3 speeder bikes, heavy unit. Let's go ahead and look at some of our command cards for this. So obviously there's really not much of a choice here. So what we've got to do is we have to put standing orders in. No problem there. Then we have to put and we're gonna have to run one of each. So we're gonna run push, ambush, and assault for our 1s, 2s, and 3s, even though I did that in reverse order. I want to talk about Veers' command cards here and how I think they're going to work with this one. So maximum firepower, we're probably going to play first turn because once they're closer than range 4, you can't use them anymore. If Veers wants to be able to support the vehicles, he's going to have to move up. He's not going to be able to stay in the back the whole time. So this whole unit is going to have to be moving forward. Plus with Snowtroopers, you want them moving. They're so slow anyway. You want them to be mobile because they get their free attack when they move. So we're probably going to play maximum firepower first. Now, Evasive Maneuvers, this one is going to help our speeder bikes. They definitely need the dodge ability. They're more likely also to be able to take a dodge, considering they get the free move. They can potentially get that free move, take a dodge, and then shoot. They're getting some red and black dice. They're less likely to really need to aim because their dice are pretty good and they have impact. So, you know what? The speeder bikes can afford to dodge, and that's probably a good idea for them. But this is one you might want to use earlier rather than later, considering the fact that your vehicles may end up getting out of range of you. However, to counter that, one of the things, depending on your deployment, you can, if you're running, as just a straight deployment, you're fine. But if you're running one of the curved deployments, then you can potentially set up your bikes maybe at an angle to where they're going to cross paths with where Veers is going. So start them far apart so that the bikes end up closer to where Veers is on turn 2 or even turn 3. That's one of the things that you can do if you're afraid that these guys are going to get out of his range. So Evasive Maneuvers is going in, obviously, and we have to use all of these. If we had Vader, we'd have to make some choices. But Imperial Discipline, this one is actually like kind of the highlight of this list. I think one of the things that's really going to make this, what's going to make this one work more so than just any old normal list is that we have a lot of flexibility. This one would have been nice if we had an ATST with Vice in it, but because Recover is nice there. But we have 2 trooper units that are going to potentially need to recover. And those are going to be our anti-armor troopers. So our T7 Ion could definitely take advantage of that recover, as well as our HH-12. And our opponent, knowing that we have Veers and knowing that we can have them recover and do it early, and also Recover is going to also get rid of any suppression. So it keeps those guys as a threat. So every turn you don't play this card, it's kind of like the hand of poker where your opponent doesn't know if that exhausted rocket launcher is going to instantly be reloaded. So that is that's a good thing about this, and also it's just and it can be used anywhere. If you get just one of your like maybe your flame troopers, snow troopers, end up with like 4 suppression on them at the end of some turn, you might want to just issue it to them so they don't end up panicking, because even with 4 suppression they could potentially panic even if Veers is close by. But that's that. I mean, with the command cards, there wasn't any choice here. I just wanted to explain kind of how we're looking to implement the new ones that come with Veers, and how some of the Snowtrooper upgrades can work with all of that. I think it'd be a fun list to run as if you're just trying to test out everything. Of course, you can make a lot of changes. You could swap out Snowtroopers for Stormtroopers, especially for some of the generic units. If you wanted to have a slight bid, there's a lot of changes that you could make, but again, looking for a fun list, looking to play the game, have fun, try out all the new upgrades, see which new weapons we like. I hope you guys like this. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Don't forget to check out Crabbok.com, and also hop in Discord from time to time. We're always hanging out and chatting in there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.